Hi there, it's Lori Pinto from Lollipop Paper and LollipopPaperandInk.com. I'm here today with our fourth, believe it or not, project from the Holiday Hoopla 12 Weeks of Christmas, where every week I post a different holiday project. Today we're making the a wallet size gift card holder. So this is the one that we're going to make, and I'll show you how it opens up. And we have this side here for the gift card, and here is just for a little a card to acknowledge who you're sending it to. So let's get started. We'll make something just exactly like this, and then I'll show you a different one that I had made, and just something a little different that I had to do. Since I wasn't using these punches. So we're going to be using the envelope punch board, and there's not very many measurements that you need to know. I do have them posted on the email that went out. But we start with an 8x8 piece of DSP. We're going to set it at 3 1/4, and we're going to punch and score. And we're going to do that all the way around. Punch and score. And punch. I had a hard time seeing these lines when I first made it, and it seems to be a little easier today. But okay, so that's that. So now we have to make a score line from the top point to the bottom point here. And you could do that with your trimmer. I have the line marked here on this big old clunky board. It's an old board. And I'm not sure why, but I already had it marked on permanently on my board here. So I'm going to go ahead and just make that score line all the way down. Okay, so that's the end of that. So go ahead and fold down all your score lines. This pattern is not the greatest I love this pattern, DSP, but it's not the greatest. It sends your eyes somewhere where they don't need to be when you're trying to make fold lines. So, okay, now this is the side that I want as the outside. So I'm going to just reinforce it this way. Okay, so what we do now is we take the bottom corner piece here and we line it up right in the center of the fold lines there on both of those. What I did was I used the larger triangle side. You'll see it once you make those first folds. And that's that. Now, what I'm going to do is cut out these little triangles right here. It's a little awkward, but with the camera angle, but this just makes those little flaps actually to put the card in. You'll see as soon as I'm done here. And there, done. I'll get rid of this little guy here. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my punch board back because I want to just round off the edges here of these two large, again, the large triangles. And now I'm done with that. Okay, so that is really the whole idea. You just fold them in, and there you have your pockets. And that's the card right there. So now it's just really a case of decorating it however you want. So just to keep these in place, we put a little bit of adhesive here on these panels, and I just make sure that you're not putting it on something that is going to be shown. But that's why I always put the large rounded corner side in first. I mean in last, actually. Okay, so we're good. Okay, beautiful. So what I did here was, and I already have I have this one already done, but I cropped this out with it's about 2 1/4 inch of the scalloped circles. So that's going to be my base. And what I'm going to do is glue that on first, because then I want my twine or ribbon, whatever you're using, to go over that. And then I'll take a little break and show you what I mean with the, so let me show you. I made a second card. So the card here, this is the only other measurements that you'll need to remember, is the Whisper White was 2 5/8 by 3 5/8, and the Cherry Cobbler, or any cardstock that you're using, it was 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I stamped these. This is like a thank you for a gift card, which would be adorable for teachers or mailmen or mail people, caregivers, anything. So so I would just put that in there. I use this, the Dashing Deer stamp set and bundle for this, and this paper is the Festive Farmhouse paper, which I adore. Okay, so I wanted to just show you how I wanted to close this now, so that when it's opened, because assuming that you're going to want to open it and close it a few times before you actually give it to the person, because you're going to add stuff to it. So that's good for now. But then what I did was I took a, in order to have these layers here, I took a piece of my 2-inch punch, and I just cropped out a little bit of Cherry Cobbler. Ooh. Oh, my muscles not today. And then I used my 1 3/4 inch punch and cut out the sentiment, which I already stamped to save some time here. I'm going to put this up a little, not terribly in the center, so because I want to get my deer on there. So we just put this on. Like that. And then I'm going to put this right over here. Now, I don't trust it that it's going to stay just with some adhesive or with the dimensionals that I'll put on. So just to keep this ribbon in place, I just put a tiny piece of Scotch tape there. And then this way, when it's opened, you know it's not going anywhere. And when the person opens it, you're not going to lose that cute little bow. So then I would just put some 2 dimensionals to hold this on. And then I'll go back and I will show you what I did to the other one when I didn't use the layering circles. Okay, so that just goes right on top there, but I have no worries that that twine is going anywhere. And then I had a little deer, and I just put a little bit of, he's going to sit right on here. So I just put a little bit of adhesive on the top part of his cute little body. And that will go right there. Okay, there you go. Look how simple that was. And if you do your stamping all beforehand, you could make a bunch of these and be ready for the holidays. What I also did here was I put just a little tiny piece of the Cherry Cobbler twine here to make it look like he had a little scarf on him. Adorable. Okay, so let me just show you what I did here. With this one, I made, again, this is the Festive Farmhouse DSP, and I used the one of the Thinlit dies from the Merry Christmas to You bundle, and I just put that right over the, and this is like a piece of embossing, a paper that I had embossed a while ago. I have no idea how long it's been here on my desk, so I decided to use it. And of course I used the multi-purpose adhesive strips to get this on, which is like just the best invention ever. And so, but what I did here was, since I couldn't hide the twine underneath it like I could here to keep it in place, and I was afraid that once you open this, and what I did here was I just used the stamp set, the same stamp set, and I made that card there. So cute. But I didn't want this to go anywhere again, so what I put was just a little, I just stamped a little sentiment. I think this was from Nothing Sweeter, and then I put, still not trusting myself with just adhesives, I put some glue dots in all 4 corners, just so that, like I said, when somebody opens it, or when you open it to put it in or write your little greeting on there, you're all good, and you don't have to worry about the twine. So that's it. Again, I'm over 10 minutes, so sorry about that. I just can't seem to get it under. But this was our 4th project in the holiday hoopla. 12 weeks of Christmas. I cannot believe that a month has gone by already. So stay tuned. Next week we'll have project number 5. Thanks so much for joining me. I love to hear comments. I love to see comments at the back, or if you have any questions underneath the video here on YouTube. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I really appreciate you visiting me today. Thanks so much. Have a great day.